So still talking about lateral epicondylitis in the elbow. And just quick review, it's typically going to be pain that's felt on the outside of the elbow. Remember, tennis elbow is another name that we often call, will often call it. Think of your backhand in tennis. We're going to really go after that side there. So we talked a little bit about the treatment before. I want to show you just some potential exercises that, or a potential exercise that we often give to patients. One of the first things we got to do is we got to get their pain level down first, because when they go through some of these exercises, it's got to be able to, they got to be able to do it pain-free. So in order to build this back up so they don't have, reoccurrence, re-injury, we got to teach them how to strengthen it, what's known as eccentrically. So easiest way to think of that. So if I'm looking at my bicep here, if I want to concentrically contract, I'm going to be up. Okay. Now, when I unload that bicep, even though I'm lengthening it, I'm still loading it. I'll just do it in a very slow manner, and that's what's known as eccentric contraction. So we need to do the same thing. You see, I got my sleeves already rolled up here. So we need to do the same thing with the elbow here. So it's mostly that common extensor tendon is where people get pain. So all the muscles that run off of it that really are involved in not only stabilizing the elbow, but also moving the wrist, we got to be able to eccentrically strengthen those. So using the TheraBand bar, we start in a extended position at the wrist here. Okay, so what we don't want is it to be under load and then we're bringing it back. That's just a concentric movement, and that's only going to irritate. So that's why this exercise is so good. We can start with that that wrist already back. We have some load on it, and then from here we're going to load it up, and then nice and slow. Well, let's try that again. That's better. So we're going to start all the way out. So I have some load on it, and then nice and slow, I'm going to start to unwind. Okay. And then I'm just going to repeat that again. Start it loaded. Okay. There. And then nice and slow, unwind. Okay. Now, honestly, I don't give this to patients that much because it's a little bit confusing, right? So you saw me kind of playing with it there for a minute. So an easier way to do this, and this is a very valuable exercise. The problem with it is just a lot of patients kind of forget how to maneuver their hands, okay? So we're gonna make it a little bit easier by using the TheraBand. So I'm gonna take one end, I'm just gonna trap it under my foot. So we're doing the exact same thing here. The only difference, guys, is rather than worry about what my other hand is doing and where everything should be, we, again, start it in a wrist extended position here. Now, at this spot here, I don't have any load on my elbow, so I'm fine, and I didn't have to load into it concentrically. Again, that's only going to irritate. So I can be with have a wrist extended here. If my elbow's bent, there's no load. Now from here, I'm going to keep that wrist extended. I'm going to bring it all the way out, and then nice and slow, eccentrically loading that common extensor tendon. Good, I just drop it down, load that wrist up again. Nice and slow, good. Okay, we usually start patients, and again, this has to be pain-free. So sometimes we might start patients with maybe 2 sets of 5 a day. They want to work up to about 3 sets of 10 a day, where they're able to do that without any irritation on that side. They may still have to do some other stretching or whatever else we recommended, whatever dysfunction we found. They're gonna have to continue those as well. But this is one way that we can start to eccentrically load that and strengthen it up and lessen the reoccurrence of that issue coming back again. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.